What up? How you guys doing? How you feeling? My name is DubDigital. I do this twice a week. I come up here, I talk about crypto twice a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Pacific Standard Time, ish. How you guys feeling? Welcome. We're going to talk a little bit about crypto as usual, per usual. We're also going to talk a little bit about what I like, DEX coins, because why not? 3 people. But before we get into it, if you guys are new, this is pretty conversational, pretty collaborative. I'm streaming on X and YouTube, so please join me on each of those so you could stay in touch. It's better that way. And I'm going to show my stuff real quick because why not, man? I can't still show my stuff. What is it all for? All right, so real quick, let me share my screen. Yes, I want to share. Bang. This is my X account. Please follow me there if you haven't already. That's the URL. Do me a favor. Follow me, man. I'm trying to get my numbers up. And then also, this is my YouTube account for those of you who are following me on X and you just need some more DubDigital. Why not? Drop them both in the chat. Check it out. I know the URL is ugly. Whatever, man. It's all good. It's all about the substance. How you guys feeling? Dub our man. Rocket ship. Hey, I like it. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Yeah, crypto's not doing too bad, right? Hey, it's about damn time. We go through quite a bit in the bear markets. It's a pain, but it's worth it at the end. At the end. Now, while we're waiting people to filter on in here, 3 other people, I know you're there. I got to say what's up, man. Come on. We're a fam. But while the other people are filtering on in here, let's go and check out. I've been doing CoinMarketCap. Let's do CoinGecko. Let's do CoinGecko. Smaller coins. It's starting to get a little, closer to the bull run. CoinGecko got all those pumpamental meme coins and everything on there. Let's check it out. Yes. Let us see. Let me make it bigger. Let me make it bigger and do that. That's better. Bitcoin 45.5K. Wow, up at 3.7% in the last 24, 5.5% over the last week. That's what I like to see. ETH not moving too much compared to BTC, but you know how it goes. BTC moves first. We'll check out the charts. We'll do all that good stuff. Don't trip. Let's just check it out. Let's get a heat check. Tether still $1. That's good. BNB. Okay, that's moving more than Bitcoin in the week. That's interesting. Solana. Whatever. Let's check 24 biggest movers. Dimension. This one was the biggest mover last stream too. Let's see what's up with it. Well, it's only been alive for like 2 days or whatever, a week. So we can't look at it too much, but this thing be rising up with a quickness. This is actually not a good chart compared to CoinMarketCap. Let's get off that. What else? BitTorrent. That's interesting. That's Kim.com's thing. What is going on with their dishes over here? Feels like I'm tripping. Wow. BTT in the building, baby. It's obviously a W. That's an aggressive W. Yeah, and I think this isn't an all-time high BTT. This is like a partial chart. Man, okay, CoinGecko, you're making me like regret coming up on here. Flare. Let's see what's happening with Flare. Man, Flare did a whole lot of nothing after its airdrop, especially with the whole thing with Coinbase supporting all the major centralized exchanges supporting it now. It's doing a little better. It's good to see. How's any of the XRP army in here? How's DeFi on XRP doing? I kind of dropped off, but now Flare looks like it's doing something more interesting. Let's get off of CoinGecko. I don't like the charts right now. Barian, my bad. H Barian, how you doing? I can't read that well. Obviously, driving from Florida to Texas, best way to take up an hour. Tight, man. That's cool. What you gonna do in Texas? I know you're gonna get some barbecue. I heard it's busting. Gotta have it, man. You gotta send us a pic. Why not? Why not? Let's check out coin. What do you call it? Whatever I look at. Yeah, Bitcoin's doing pretty nice. Let's check it out. Bitcoin doing its thing. Hey, I'd like to see volume follow a little bit better, but I can't be mad at it. It popped up to what? 45.5. It just came down, but then us talking right now to 45.3. That's not a big deal in the day. And volume's not following too great though. But I did talk about there being a head and shoulders right here. We'll have to see how it goes, man. This is a very critical point in time for Bitcoin. You know, I wouldn't say it's a great time to be rushing in. We got to look. We got to see how this plays out because you know how these things go. This is a pretty extended move. Those of you who are on my last live stream, I've been talking about, you know, basically it's looking like the RSI on the weekly for the crypto market cap, altcoin market cap, pretty much all the market caps looks like it's closer to oversold. I mean, overbought, right? So I'm still cautious about it, but that's why we pack our bags down here and not up here. It's better. We don't have to freak out about it, man. We don't got to worry about it. You know, like once you realize that investing, the least stressful way is the only way. It's the best way. It's the only way, man. Because when you get stressed, that's when you make mistakes, you know, and unless you're perfect, and I only know one perfect person in the world, you know, like, hey, you're going to make a mistake. And I can't trust my feelings that well. I don't like to, at least. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm lazy. I'm a lazy investor. But it's better to be lazy, man, because you could be stuck up in a position in crypto for 3 years. You know, so it's better to be more stress-free. Right now, I'm still going to hold a little bit of something to wait for a big drop so I can capitalize. I'm not jumping in anything right now. But if we are blessed with that comeback, you know, I don't know. As time goes on, we're going to get less and less and less opportunities to buy things up. You know, that's how it goes. Until you got to be crazy to buy it up in Blue Sky Breakout. You know, but like I'm going to hold up. I'm going to see if there's a big drop. If there's not, I'm packed. If there is, I'm looking at picking up some small cap coins on the cheap. Because that's how I like to buy things, man. Real cheap. Really cheap. 7 people, what's good? Hello, Dub. I've studied the VU, Manku, and market cipher indicator for swing trading. It's worth looking into. VU, Manku, and market cipher indicator. There's a million indicators. I don't even know what those are. Crypto Wars channel is dope as well. Tight. Yeah, you just gotta find your indicators, man. I'm pretty low tech, you know. People are like, oh, you use Ichimoku Cloud, you use this and use that, and it's like, nah, I use volume. I use charting geometry. I use moving averages. I use RSI. That's about it, man. You know, just like charting setups, right? By drawing on the chart. There's no master of everything. There's traders who are very good at certain setups. They get real good at identifying setups. right? Really good at certain ones. They don't try to do all of them. They might have a couple in their repertoire, and these are the ones they have a knack for. That's what they stick to. You know, that could be a trap too. Trying to master everything, know everything. Not everyone can know everything. So just good at what your inclination is, and then maximize that to the best of your ability. I think I found mine. I've done enough jumping around, trying to figure stuff out. Hey, I've come to know myself as an investor over this long period of time in crypto. Yeah, that was one of my big mistakes, trying to master everything. So, yep. Interesting, man. Oh, we didn't even look at biggest losers. That's always fun too. And it's good to check out biggest gainers, biggest losers all the time, so you can get a feel of like, oh, this has been hot lately. Why is this so hot? Let me look into this. Or there's weakness here. It's even good to look on coin market cap during dumps, so you could see what dumps less, because that also shows you, if anything, it shows you more a strength behind it, resilience behind it. Does it have a really rock solid community that believes it 100%? If so, why do they believe in it? Does it have some kind of like overlooked technical thing that not a lot of people know about? I think you find out more on the drops than you do on the pops, in my humble opinion. You know, if you see something that's holding better than Bitcoin, you're like, what is going on over here? It's much better to like identify relative weakness than to identify something that's flying high when it's easy for price to go up. 8 people, what's goody? But let's check it out. Yeet. Oh yeah, and so the Monero delisting, that's why Monero dropped 30%, but it bounced back with the quickness. I guess we could look at that in 1 second. Pendle's down 11%. Jupiter's down 6%, 9%, 10% on the week. That's a Solana project. Ethereum name service is down 4% after being up 16% on the week. And the Monero for the week is down 24%. Let's look at Monero though, because they came back with the delisting to Binance and said, Monero ain't never compromising on privacy. If you want to buy Monero, go get an atomic swap, go to a DEX. I love that. And that popped after that too, because the people who hold Monero, I mean, that's pretty. It's probably going to snap back at some point. Because look, they bought the dip. The community bought the dip. Because that's what that community wants to hear. They're privacy purist. They don't really care about the price. They want to know that their privacy is going to be maintained. Because they're an OG crypto project. And their people in it tend to be a lot of OGs. They remember why we got into Bitcoin in the first place. A lot of people got into Bitcoin to be financially private and autonomous. And Monero is one of those few coins that hold on to that ethos. As the space has expanded, as it's matured, lots and lots of people have been like conceding those kinds of qualities that sucked people into for the first place. And that's why I'm saying, like, a lot of people in crypto now are not the same kind of people that came in the beginning. Like, I came into the beginning, it was hugely libertarian. It was hugely like financial privacy and autonomy. Now, privacy almost doesn't matter anymore. And, oh, we need a KYC, or if this project is doxed or not doxed. Look, no project was KYC'd or doxed in the beginning. Feathercoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin. I mean, guys, even Bitcoin has an anonymous founder, right? I mean, no one knows who Satoshi is. We have a lot of guesses, but no one knows for sure. So when you look at it to what the space is becoming, to what it is now, it's not really congruent. There's certain crypto OG projects that are holding on to that ethos. Monero is one of them. That's why I got respect for them. Got respect for the homies. Hey, Dub. Super Nerf. What's good? Yeah, Monero recovered somewhat. Honestly, didn't expect it to drop that much. Still hold some. Yeah. And I guarantee you, because they're sticking to this privacy, there's always going to be a demand. There's always a sector of people who want that private currency. Always. There will never be. The only way Monero can really like tank is if they let go of that. And I don't think they ever will. But speaking of that, guys, I did take a look at some of the ecosystems you told me about, like I looked at Saucer Swap on Hedera. Interesting. We're going to talk a little bit about DEXs and opportunities for potential ecosystems that looked over the wayside. One, they might not be connected to a lot of networks, so a lot of money hasn't flowed into it yet. Or two, there's something that I know brewing that could be interesting. None of it's financial advice, but we could look at that today. So let's go ahead and look at Saucer Swap. This is the leading DEX on Hedera hash graph. H-Bararian. Am I saying that right? I don't even know, man. Put me onto it. I have a lot of Hedera hash graph subs, so they put me onto it. I checked it out. It looks interesting. I think it could be interesting in terms of like getting exposed to the Hedera ecosystem, like tokens built inside of it. Because Hedera hash graph itself, I say there's love, is not a huge cap coin right now, given the price. But it has some interesting, pretty big connections and room to grow, right? So if the ecosystem coin itself has room to grow, the coins within it have room to grow. That's the way it goes. The ecosystem coin swells up with capital, and then all that capital leaks in within the ecosystem. We saw with ETH, we saw with plenty of coins. That's just the way money moves, right? I think Saucer Swap is interesting. They have a single coin staking option. It's about 30% right now, APR. I just don't think it's the right time to buy now, right? Obviously, you don't buy up in the sky, but this is the first real breakout. So the only real support line that I could see is around 3-4 cents, right? So this thing's probably could come down. We have lower lows. This looks like some kind of complex head and shoulder forming. So I think you can get a discount on this. But if this thing does come down, it'd be interesting to pick up in my perspective, because you could do that strategy I talked about. Single coin stake. You don't have to worry about impermanent loss. You continue to make that APR. And as it's throwing money off, you can then reinvest that. You can hold it, really. Or you can hold it and then reinvest that into the APR to just compound your gains. Or you can invest those newly, I guess you would say, staked tokens into smaller and smaller coins within the ecosystem, at your own risk, of course. But another one that I saw within there, and people have been telling me about it a lot in their ecosystem, is Grelf. I think this is a meme coin, so all this stuff is pretty risky from the grand scheme of things. But I think you guys come to me for like more niche opportunities. I have a more niche audience, right? So this thing has been rising up with a quickness ever since December. However, there's not a lot of volume following it. So at some point, I think this thing's going to give a significant amount back. At that point, I think it'd be interesting to get in. I'm not going to jump into this right now. I don't think you guys should either, but you should be aware of it. Keep an eye on it just in case it does come back, like the altcoin market cap suggests, unless it's lying to us, right? At some point, I think altcoins will probably come down significantly, and at that point, it might be interesting to pick these things up on a discount. But Grelf is interesting. It's up 400% in the last, I guess, since May, the last half of last year. But I think it's a meme coin. I don't know of any utility, really. There's only, 6 million coins available. And another one I saw was interesting was it H-Bar Inu? Am I not spelling right? Was H-Bar Inu? Dang. What did I look at? Oh, my bad. I think I need to pull up CoinMarketCap. CoinGecko. Man, it's hot in here. I shouldn't have left the heater on. Damn. Hey, what is it called? You guys know what I'm talking about? H-Bar Inu? My bad. Pull up Saucer Swap. Love Monero. I bought it at what? It feels good to finally have a bag of XMR again. I sold my last bag for 420. Wow, sight man, sight man. Yeah, Monero's dope. I mean, if I had to mine a coin, it'd probably be that, right? Because they got this consistent emissions, so the emissions never decrease, right? So, because Monero's supposed to be used as like a usable functional currency. So when you look at it that way, if you're mining a coin, it'll potentially stay profitable for a very, very long time, more so than Bitcoin or anything will, you know. So, sub dub flag smack, what's good? Smack that like button. I'd appreciate it, guys. I don't ask for your money, but it doesn't mean I don't appreciate a like. Thoughts or swab. Give me 1 second, y'all. How's Wanchain doing? Thoughts for the future? I love Wanchain. Still work with Wanchain. Still have my Wanchain. Still invest within the Wanchain ecosystem. Nothing much has really changed. Well, I guess I won't say that. So this whole time during the bear market, if you guys haven't been following Wanchain, it's just been connecting all these other chains together. I think it's up to what 33 connected chains now. And the difference between Wanchain's bridges and other bridges is one, it's been up for 6 years now, uninterrupted. It's also never suffered a hack. So all these new interoperability protocols are popping off, right? And everyone wants to get like, oh, this has better tech and this. Okay, look, you can't really judge interoperability product um, protocol based on security. If it's new, you got to test it with time. Isn't it kind of funny that people don't look at the the chain that's been around the longest and not compromised? So LandChain is that. It was the first interoperability project that's never been compromised. It just continues to connect chains together. But the thing that's even more prolific about LandChain, in my view, is that it's connecting not just these EVM chains. Like a lot of these bridges just connect EVM environments and things that are yeah, EVM environments. LandChain's connecting non-EVM blockchains. So they got like XRP, they got Cardano, they got a bunch of these things that don't technically get serviced by all these other bridges. So they're starting to get some usage now, especially from Cardano, right? Cardano's price chart's been rising up, so like XRP starts rising, Cardano starts rising, they're going to start passing money back and forth, and it's already almost at $1 billion cross-chain volume, right? So like it's only a matter of time because they really took the time to build infrastructure. So that's what's going on with WANchain. In terms of the token price, I think they're going to start implementing WAN bridge fees this year, I think. Don't quote me on that, but that's where you're going to start seeing the supply of WAN start to get diminished and eaten up. But hey, maybe I'm biased. I just like what I believe in, man. That's all. Let's see. Sauce in you mean? Okay, my bad. Yeah, sauce in you. Let's check it out. So here's my strategy, guys. Because I talked about making a meme coin portfolio, but it's not just the meme coins you think of when you hear of a meme coin. Like if you want a safe meme coin portfolio, first of all, I think that's kind of counterintuitive because who gets into meme coins to be safe? But if you want like a hyperbolic rocket fuel meme coin thing, right? Then dude, what you need to do is get into all these other ecosystems, get to know it, dive in and see what their meme coins are, their favorite meme coins are. Because the market cap of this thing is 1.16 million fully diluted. If you guys don't know, a market cap below 10 million is considered tiny. This is 10 times tinier than what's considered tiny. And what's important about that is if you have a tiny market cap, it doesn't take a lot of money to come in to blow this thing to the sky. Right? So that's what I'm looking for. And Hedera likes to invest within Hedera's ecosystem. So these meme coins are gonna get a lot of shine. This thing came out in July and died. It started rising up in December, but not too much, right? So in the grand scheme of things, on the year, oh dang. This thing is still way, 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 way below, but I think that this had a better chart. I don't need to see I want to see something more recent. I'll send you. Yeah, so it popped up in December and now it's coming down. So it's already given a lot back, right? We'll see how this goes, but this kind of looks like if it starts rounding off, this might be as good as we get. But if not, then continue to bleed out. To be honest, I just think if you're early on a coin that's $1 million in market cap, that's pretty freaking early, right? Saucony looks interesting. Gruff looks interesting on Hedera, because most people aren't getting into Hedera because Hedera only has one bridge. It's Hashport, and not a lot of people know about it. The only people who know about these opportunities in Hedera is Hedarian, H-Barians, right? So, look, under this opportunity isn't known by many people. That means that if you're interested, that's the ecosystem look to diversify in. And the cool thing is you won't need a lot of money. If it takes off, then you make a lot of money. If it doesn't, you lose a little money. That's asymmetric risk opportunity I'm talking about. The next ecosystem I've been looking at more so because of the ecosystem fund is Metis. I talked about it before, right? But let me interface with the peeps real quick. Yeah, still have around 500 of WAN. I like it. Look, WAN chain is the best bridge in the whole ecosystem of crypto. It's the best bridge. You know, just because people don't agree with you though doesn't mean that you're wrong. I mean, you guys know a whole bunch of people in life who think they're smart, they think they know everything, but then they get proven wrong. When I got into Bitcoin, a lot of people told me I was stupid and they thought they were right, and then they got proven wrong. You're stupid until you're right, you know. And I think I'm preaching to the choir here because a lot of you guys are in some niche, obscure altcoins because you see a potential, you see opportunity where other people don't. That's what good opportunities look like. Most people don't get good opportunities because it's not sexy. But don't listen to the herd. Move to the beat of your own drum. That's the way I live, man. They should collaborate with Hedera. Hey, you should let them know. I've been saying that for the longest time. Hedera should hook up with WANchain. They're connected with 33 networks. You can get it. Litecoin, Bitcoin, Metas, everywhere, anywhere you want. That's what I think too. Buy Middle Earth Cats NFTs. Middle Earth Cats? Like Sam Ginchi's cats? Sam Ginchi had a cat? Look at Interport DEX. Is that on Hedera? I haven't like vetted any of these, by the way. Obviously, these are like pretty new things. Is this like a cross-chain DEX? Looks like it. Phantom, Eon, OpBnB, Polygon ZK VM, Base. Cool. It's got a bridge. What do they use? They made their own bridge? Earn. They got farms and stablecoin pools. 22% APR. That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah. Is this Hedera based or what is this? I don't even know what this is. What can you swap between? Is everything? No, this isn't even that. Okay, well, look, I'm kind of more interested, and I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but I don't know how secure it is either. But I'm not saying that's not a good idea. What I'm saying is you want to look at ecosystems that are promising that no one's in yet. And then you want to get diversified within those ecosystems. Because like it's only a matter of time. If it's a good product, and Hedera just got like what? Partnership with Saudi Arabia and like Boeing and all these big companies, it's only a matter of time, right? So like while the getting's good and the coin is low and these projects are super small within it, it's probably good. Your money will go farther if you get in earlier. You know, it's less of a guaranteed thing. But what are you in crypto for? Are you in crypto for a guaranteed thing? No. If you're in crypto, you want to be in opportunity. You want opportunity. Because if you want a guaranteed thing, you get in a stock market. You know, you're in the wrong spot for that. 11 people. What's good? Orn. Orange. What is that, man? What do you think will be the biggest narratives in the bull run? AI, real world asset tokenization, layer twos, layer one, privacy, DeFi. There are so many. Yeah, there's so many. There are so many. That's why you got to pick, right? To be honest, I understand DeFi well, and I know when bull runs, when DeFi is paying APR and people are making money on their money, making more money, I know that's a very addictive thing. It's very addictive. It sucks people in because it makes so much sense. People understand yield very well. So I think DeFi is not done. The DeFi market cap is showing us it's not done. We've looked at it for like the last 3 live streams and it's corrected, but it's starting to turn up again. So that's why DeFi is not going away. DeFi Summer, I think it was the first look of like mainstream DeFi. But now we even have institutions in here. I'm not saying institutions are going to jump in right away and start degenning, but a family office might. They don't have a board member. They don't have a board to answer to. They're just an individual, like a wealthy family or a group of individuals that invest together. All they have to do is agree upon themselves to input money, and they can get in there now. The only people that were participating in DeFi Summer in 2020 was like people like me and degens. So I think we're going to see the next echelon of that. Also, I think layer 2 scaling is going to be a fight. It's going to be a freaking fist fight. It's going to be Optimism, Polygon, Arbitrum, Metis, Base. I mean, look, 5 of them, and they're all going to be offering incentives to suck people on over. We're already seeing Metis do that, and that's the next ecosystem I wanted to highlight, right? Because Metis has a 500 million ecosystem fund. And I'm going to show you a DEX that I'm interested in that's going to be has already been granted funds from it. I listened to a Twitter Spaces today from them. It's called Hercules DEX on Metis. They haven't launched yet, but they've already secured funds. They haven't mentioned how much funds they secure, but they said they were happy when they found out. They're about to announce it, right? So basically, they're doing a thing with WAN chain. If you bridge your funds over using the WAN bridge a certain time, they're going to announce it when it goes live, that you get like, a portion of their token torch. And then also they're doing a Zealy campaign. You can get over there, do the social thing, and earn a portion of that, let alone buying it. But I'm going to show you real quick. You guys been good? Chilling? Cool. So this is it right here. The Hercules DEX. I talked to the founder. He seems like a cool dude. This is not financial advice. Haven't vetted this thing, but I did what I could in crypto, They haven't launched yet. Launched app coming soon, but they're launching in Q1, which there's only one more month in Q1. So be on the lookout for that. They also have something called the Genesis pool that if you participate in that bridging event or their Zealy campaign or just happen to buy their token, you can input that torch that you buy or receive into the Genesis pool. And then that's going to be where you get inflated APR. It's going to be a deposit, a deposit time frame of 10 days, and then they lock it out so no one could come back in and dilute your APR. And you're going to get that. You have the potential to vest it over like 6 months or like 2 weeks. The sooner you want to withdraw, the less actual liquid torch you get. The longer you have it in there, obviously, the more rewards you get. But the interesting thing is this thing is also going to be a launch pad, right? So on top of getting increased APRs from their Metis grant fund that they're receiving, they're going to be paying tokens to you in Torch and Metis. And then after that, you can then take that money and start deploying it in newly launched projects. I'm not saying to do this, but if this tickles your fancy, that's kind of the stuff I was seeing happening in DeFi Summer. I'm bringing it from the Telegram group to your ears for free. Why? Because I like you guys like that, man. It's not without risk. There's always risk in crypto. So if you're risk adverse, which I don't think you are because you're listening to me, that's it. That's interesting. Also, check out BCH Bull. That's another ecosystem that gets hated on a lot, but they've actually worked out. I think it's a UTXO DeFi environment out there. So go check that out. And then if you really want to get degen about it, check out XRP's DeFi ecosystem. It looks like Flare's starting to move up. See, this is what I'm talking about. Everywhere that no one wants to go, but see, there's promise you want to be, because when everyone stops tripping and euphoria starts happening, they're gonna like say, screw it. This is paying a lot of money. I'm gonna move my money there. All people forget their biases when they make money. Isn't that funny? That's funny. Interport is powered by Layer 0. Oh, cool. Cool. Layer 0. I know that they're becoming big in interoperability. They're one of the newer plays for sure, but I hear good things about them. I didn't see a single coin stake though. Do they have that? I get the whole stable coin thing, but I think we're coming into a time where I want to stay exposed to crypto. I think the days of wanting to sit in stable coins are gone. At least for the time. Low supply, Layer 0, hype to start soon after their TGE. When is their TGE? Orange Crypto is a decentralized finance DeFi ecosystem with a product to help you access and manage your Bitcoin BRC20, stack, and Ordinals NFTs. Really? Ordinals Crypto. But this is Bitcoin trying to get up in DeFi now. You got a link? I'm not seeing it. Got into Orange at 0.03. It's called Orange? Is that what it's? Oh, Orange. Oh, that was the ticker you sent me. So you got like right around here. Cool. This thing started popping just today? Oh, 0.03. Like way back here. What? Dang, man. You knew about this a long time ago. This thing's popping. And this is based on Bitcoin? Yeah, Bitcoin Ordinals. This is one of the hottest things. It's got a website. Bitcoin Ordinals is like going wild right now. Bitcoin meets DeFi and Web3. Orange Crypto is a centralized finance DeFi ecosystem of products to help you access and manage your Bitcoin BRC20 stacks and Ordinals NFTs. Take the orange pill. This seems cool. Self-custody, anonymous, decentralized, a wallet or operating system. Cool. Check it out. Honestly, it looks like it's taken off already. Too high for my taste. But if there's ever a chance to come get it, that's interesting. One of the problems of Bitcoin Ordinals for me, I mean, not BRC20, of course, but like Ordinal, like NFTs minted using Ordinals, is like the illiquidity of NFTs. Like I've never liked that. Like I want to drop my coin when it's hot. Like it's hot. I want to get out when I want to get out. And I have some NFTs, but it's hard to sell them, And I get it, it's a long-term thing, just like fine art. Fine art is illiquid, yada, yada, yada. But I think BRC20 is more interesting to me, for sure. For sure. Thoughts on Digibyte? I like Digibyte. I like the tech on their mining. I especially like their mining technology. I talk about all the time, right? Basically, they're mining hardware and like code switches, so no one entity could really take it over or try to command its hash power. But is there things happening with Digibyte in the ecosystem? I know that there's been some drama with the Digibyte LLC and all that stuff, and I'm not really following it that closely, but I like Digibyte mainly because it has a very strong community, mainly because It's OG. It's stood the test of time. But what's happening in this ecosystem? Anything new? And I'm not saying there isn't anything happening. I just lack the knowledge. Got into private sale for Orange. Oh, you tricky dog. What other things have you heard? That's the thing, though. Like Bitcoin ordinals. To be honest, it kind of took me by surprise because how adverse Bitcoin maxis have been to NFTs in general. It's interesting this took off. I mean, this one kind of took me blindsided because one, I mean, I think there's still a strong cut down the middle between people on Bitcoin that like ordinals and people who don't, right? They say it clogs the chain, makes everything like very expensive, yada, yada, yada. But I'm not going to sit here and hate it. Hey, if there's money to be made, there's money to be made, MPC and Bozo Hybrid allow you to convert NFTs to coin to help solve liquidity issue. What? But what coin does it? Oh, to Bitcoin. So you can convert your ordinals NFT to Bitcoin? What is going on, man? This is getting so crazy now. Yeah, I showed you guys. Let's go back to Metis real quick. But that's interesting, man. There's a whole ecosystem developing on Bitcoin, which is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting if you ask me. And you know what? It makes a lot of sense why Veritasium is taken off. You guys know I talk about Veritasium. This actually has the patent for provisional patent for DeFi in the United States and in Japan. And basically was Bitcoin built, DeFi built on Bitcoin, like back in 2015, right? So this thing popped up with a quickness, put on a good amount. This was the first actual token that got hit by the SEC. The first one ever, which is very funny because it's the tiniest thing. They took like 98% of the supply. There's only about 2 million of the supply left in circulation. I just bought some of it like around here. But let me show you, I'm transparent. I also bought some around here. So I'm averaging down. But it should be interesting to see. Things on Bitcoin, no one thought DeFi was going to be taking place on Bitcoin, but now it is. We're seeing NFTs on Bitcoin. We're seeing BRC20s on Bitcoin. Maybe something here too. It's funny though. It's funny. Let's check out NetSwap. That's another DEX on Metis. If you guys don't know. And it popped up pretty much around. You notice a lot of these coins popped up at the same time. That's a good sign of a broader altcoin season coming, right? Everything popped up around mid-December. Boop. Now, gave some back, but like I said, Metis has a fat ecosystem fund, okay? They're going to be giving a bunch of money to a bunch of these projects to fatten their APRs, to get people to come over because they're trying to get like users from other chains. And the cool thing about Metis is it has the backing of Ethereum, more or less. Unless Vitalik wants to do his mom dirty because she's involved with this. She's like a dev. I don't know if she was a dev, but whatever. I guess keep it in the family. But yeah, man, those are a couple ones I've seen, and there's other ones too. In WAN chain, there's a new DEX coming up on the scene. I won't drop that yet. But then there is Zookeeper, which is Zookeeper is the gaming ecosystem. But WANSwap and RexDex, right? And those are super small. I think RexDex has like 17,000 TVL. It's tiny. That's like 100,000 times tinier than what's considered tiny in crypto. And why am I in these things? Because at some point, these other chains that are getting shunned by Ethereum, because Ethereum is really good at shunning other chains they don't like. They shun Ethereum. They shun all these other non-EVM coins. And so does their community. But what's happening is WAN chain is connecting all these together so they can like send funds between each other. And as that picks up, because WAN is really the only bridge that allows for Cardano. And Cardano's starting to pick up, right? I'll show you guys. More and more money is going to eke into that ecosystem. I'm telling you. And the cool thing about Cardano is their community is ride or die. They're ride or die like a HBAR is. They're ride or die like Digibyte is. You know what I mean? And that's why I like these ecosystems that are ride or die for their chains. You know what I mean? So they're gonna keep it an ecosystem. They're also gonna use the bridges that like connect them because they have loyalty, something that not all these chains have. But I'll show you one thing, Cardano, because that's also has ecosystem that's building out. It's called Hosky. This is probably like the biggest meme coin there, if you don't know. And I'm showing all these meme coins and all these like obscure chains because what's one thing we know about meme coins, guys? Every ecosystem loves their meme coin. Meme coins are fun. They're viral. They're just lighthearted and just fun. And if you have a diehard ecosystem that has a fun meme coin, they love it like it's their own child, man. Right? So if you don't have the maxi mindset and you just are looking for opportunity, right? And you open your eyes, open your mind, then you're like, okay, I could just position myself in all these coins that everyone loves. They'll probably go up. I mean, I guarantee you, people in Cardano will buy Hosky before they buy Pepe because it's supporting Cardano. Same thing with like Hedera. Hedera ain't going out and buying Shiba Inu. They might buy like Sauce Inu. You know what I'm saying? So that's my strategy. I guess time will tell. I guess. NPC coin to NPC NFTs. Oh, that'd be cool if they could go straight native Bitcoin. I just didn't know how they would do that. If someone gave you 1K USD now and you could only invest that into one coin, which would you pick? No financial advice. Do what you want. Y'all are adults, right? But I probably would go. I mean, obviously, if the opportunity presented itself and it came down, I would get into Metis, right? And then I would just use that Metis to try to soak up as much like ecosystem funding that they're giving out. They're giving out $500 million, So I would just go to one opportunity, to one opportunity, to one opportunity. Doesn't mean I'll stay there. But this is how a DeFi degen thinks, right? They're like, well, who's giving money out? Who's paying the APR? Like we don't have alliance, like allegiance to anything. They're like, oh, there's opportunity here. Now, sometimes you get burned because you get too greedy. Like you shouldn't go into something that's paying 2,000 APR. But if it makes sense and the ecosystem is giving like funding to juice up the APRs and it's not coming out of nowhere, that's interesting. But to be honest, like you have to be okay with some level of risk being a DeFi degen, but I'm looking at Metis, and after that's happened on Metis, like, I don't know, depends how well it's treating me. But like I said, I kind of let you know that opportunities I saw in ecosystems. I think Cardano is going to be interesting. I think Hedera is going to be interesting. I think WAN Chain is going to be interesting. I think Metis is going to be interesting. I think Arbitrum, yeah, why not? I mean, all these layer 2 scalings, Optimism is going to be interesting. Anything like, look, let's look at the Ethereum dominance chart. Yeah, let's do that. I want to show you guys let's start with Bitcoin dominance and move our way down to Ethereum, and then we can put it together. I'm not just speaking out of my butt here. I'm gonna walk you through why I think what I think. You can make a judgment on if I'm tripping or if I'm not. I don't think I'm tripping. Bitcoin dominance. If you guys are following me around here, I said that we're in a rising wedge. Touched, broke out a little bit, broke below. We broke below twice. This is on the weekly. So that means over the next few months, right? This thing has been trying to climb back. But if this if this does is touch this and come back down, that's a confirmation that this thing is broken out, which I think at this point, a lot of people are now agreeing with me that this thing is breaking to the downside. I mean, that's what the pattern suggests. I think we talked about on this channel that this pattern breaks down 60% of the time. It broke down again. So it's not doing anything we didn't expect. The RSI was overbought, heading downwards, but it still has a good room to drop, right? So over the next 3-6 months, I think this is going to come down. Now, this could go sideways and do whatever, but I think it's going to resolve down to the downside by April, which is fun. Like, it's pretty funny. It's around the halving, right? So Bitcoin dominance looks going to drop, right? And what does that mean? That means money in Bitcoin's market cap is about to shed somewhere. Now, what can it do? It could typically go out of Bitcoin, out of crypto into stables, or it could stay in crypto and go into altcoins. But in 2020, where we had a similar situation of significant drop in Bitcoin dominance, that money didn't go into stables. That went into altcoins. In 2017 to 18, that didn't go into stables. That went into altcoins. So based off of the history of what's happened, isn't it safe to assume that this is going to be a pretty substantial gain in altcoins? I think so. Let's move on over to Ethereum dominance. So this rounding thing right here, it's not looking the strongest. It might come up, but this looks more like an M than a W. M is typically sign of a weakness, like weakness in a chart. W is a sign of accumulation. This looks more like an M than a W, right? So that means Ethereum at some point will also start losing market cap. Now, where does money go after it goes into Ethereum? It goes into other blue chips, right? What are some other blue chips? Let's just go take a look. But it needs to be blue chips typically that has ecosystems. BNB, Solana, XRP, Cardano, Avalanche, Doge, Tron, Chainlink, Polkadot, Polygon, right? Starts flowing down. Money leaves here, it goes to here. Money leaves here, and it just starts spreading all over the place. And as time goes on and gains are had, it just keeps going further and further down this list. Well, the reason I'm saying like XRP might be interesting DeFi-wise is because XRP actually has coins. Did you guys know that? A lot of people don't. Cardano has coins. Did you guys know that? A lot of people don't. This is my thought process, man. And then as those coins collect money, all the little tiny itty bitty coins under $1 million market cap, they start doing crazy things. This time isn't different. Like it's not like, oh, this is stupid. This is a scam. This is a joke. No one uses this DeFi ecosystem. It's like, nah, you don't use this DeFi ecosystem. All these new people coming in here, they don't know. And when everyone's making money, they don't care. That's how altcoin season mentality works. 15 people. Ether has a partnership with NVIDIA. Who that, man? It's not on CoinMarketCap, is it? No. It's on CoinGecko? My bad. No, it's not. Is that some private placement stuff? Let me know. Dub, are you still holding XPRT? Yes, I am. If so, where are you planning to sell it since US customers can't use KuCoin, etc.? Osmosis, you guys know how to use DEXs? They can't keep me from selling anything, and that's why I love DEXs. DEXs are never going to go out of style because they can do whatever they want, whatever they want, but they can't stop me from using code. Yeah, Osmosis, Shift Chain, any Cosmos-based, what do you call it, DEX? Probably sell XPRT. It's one of the bigger coins, at least now. But I still have my XPRT off the off chance. I'm not too crazy about the Cosmos ecosystem, but if there was a coin I would like, it would be XPRT. That's why I still have it. I don't have anything else really from Cosmos, but I do have that. You have look in it either not yet. You have to look into Ether not out yet. I'll check it out, guys. Check it out. Check it out. Ether on Twitter, not out yet. It's on Twitter. Which one? Ether Cloud? Yeah. Looks like people I follow. Ether Cloud, building scalable decentralized cloud infrastructure, DCI, and gaming and AI. Oh, they got some big engagement. Check it out, guys. Don't know anything about it, but I'll follow. Why not? Why not? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Dub, do you think it's good to invest in pre-sale ICO? When I did, it always drops. I mean, pretty much you got to sell right away because it goes up and then people sell and then dumps down and then they buy back in, right? So it's like not a hodl thing. But to be honest, I like to find like community driven coins, right? Like that's why a lot of these ecosystems, like coins are popping out of Cardano and Hedera and all that. They don't have too many ICOs going on, right? They're so small. They're obviously like from grassroots, and those things tend take a while to grow. But what happens is there isn't a whole bunch of selling pressure at the beginning, right? Like that's what's happening with the ICO thing. Like they have pre-seed investors that get in, they get allocation, they dump right away because they're recouping their like money back. There's too many like factors I don't know about. Like I see that's hard to anticipate. Not saying that you shouldn't get any ICOs, but like yeah, you should have a long-term vision on it, if you get into ICO. And sometimes they even invested across time. So it's about having realistic expectation about it. But you could also get screwed in ICO sales too, you know. But yep. DeFi market cap. I guess we could look at that to close it out, man. On the weekly, DeFi market cap's kind of high, just like the altcoin market caps and everything. So I'm expecting to come down, and that would be a good time to get into some of these DEXs I'm talking about, right? Like Sausage Swap, it looks like it's killing it. I mean, it's what is it? One of the only DEXs in Hedera. I'm interested, but I'm not interested right now. I'm not saying I don't think anyone should be interested right now. It could keep running away and go to the moon. That's fine. I'm not about the risk. But because the RSI is suggesting on the weekly, which over the next couple of months this thing should correct at some point, I could wait. I'm not in a rush. That's why I have my bags packed. Also with Hercules, it depends on what time, what time it comes out. I know they have the Genesis pool, but if it comes out and everything's like super up, maybe I wait. Maybe I wait for this collapse. And this is like one of the last collapses I think is going to happen. But then I think things will turn up in a big way for altcoins. We're already starting to see hints of that. And just so you know, we're seeing a lot of gains of altcoins already. And Bitcoin dominance has only dropped 6%. That's it. It has like another 25% to go, at least on the first drop, So it's all about being patient, have a bag ready, don't feel FOMO. I know a lot of you guys already have crypto. Now, if you don't have no crypto, I could feel you have that FOMO, but that's how you get exposed and hurt yourself. That's why it's good to buy on the bottom when it's not sexy, when no one's talking about it. And when it comes down again and everyone's hurt and said, oh my goodness, I knew I shouldn't have done it. That's when you probably want to buy again. It's just being on opposite side. What do you think about ICP? I got in at $3. ICP? Man, I remember if you guys are following the channel, I was live streaming one time from Vegas. I was in Vegas at the time when ICP came out. It dropped like a rock. Everyone's all butthurt. We feeling better now, guys? Let's see. Damn. But you got in at 3? That was like real low. Oh, nice. You caught the low. This thing came out 2 years ago and it just hit its low. Wow, a couple months ago. I'm glad it's rising up, man. A lot of people got wrecked on this, but timing's everything, right? ICP, I don't know. I don't know. Internet, computer, whatever. Why should I be excited about it? You know, it just seems like another buzzy project, but I could be missing something. I miss stuff all the time. So Dovu on Hedera. Where is it at? Is it this? Yeah. Yeah, this thing pumped up in December too. December was a hot month, man. But I will say, I mean, it looks like an M double top, and this high is lower than this one. Volume's dropping. I think there'll be time to get in again, but Hedera's catching a lot of fire right now. You know, H bar itself. Let's see what it's doing. Like I said, the coin itself not doing too much. It's still stuck below this resistance at about 8 cents. But once it breaks 8 cents, I could see it hitting 20 cents pretty quick. And if it hit 20 cents pretty quick, what do you think it's going to do those tiny little coins within it? They're going to go bananas. Bananas, man. So we'll see. I'm not jumping in right now. If it goes there and takes off without me, that's fine. I got a back H bar. But if it gives me opportunity, if God so blesses me, I'm interested in diversifying some of the H bar into the ecosystem. But yeah. Everything on ACP is on chain, meaning no cloud services needed. AWS, Google, Azure. Interesting. Cool, guys. It's been about an hour. My name's DubDigital. I come up here and do this twice a week. Crypto live streams, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time-ish. It's been fun. But until next time, guys, I bid you adieu and have a great weekend. Talk to you later. Peace.